All right, let everybody get in. I'm going to use some Marabu inks and I think some Timmy tissue on some of the vinyl bags. Let me pull up the stream.
Hey, are you tired of the media spinning the...
Okay. All right. Hi, Joycey. Hi, Jasmine. Probably said that wrong. All right, so I did get bags. I got two sizes. Kind of wanted in between these two, but I got what's probably a more typical pencil bag size. I got 18. They're sets of 18, all the same size instead of the variety pack. These are 4 1/4 by 9. And that's what I was going to work with today on the alcohol inks, I think. And then these are almost 9 by 13. These are 9 by 13, and those I'm going to do more of the collage on. But I got to thinking about the using the Marabus because they don't move easily. Because what you have to do after you do these bags is you got to give them a spray. You got to give them a clear coat. And the last time when I sprayed them, they did like bleed a little bit. So I figure that if I use the Marabu, I'll get less blending. Like we had put some Stays On ink on one of the bags, some stamping, and that all disappeared when I went out and sprayed it. I'm just going to put a paper towel. And I also thought I'd try some of the foil as well. We use some of the foil on it. I've got purples, pinks, and green out right now. I've got a brass color. An olive green. And I think I'll go with a lemon. Yeah. Hi, Judy. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Shauna. Shauna, you laying down and watching? Hi, Josie. All right, so let's start with the amethyst. Now they do move a little more on the plastic than they do on the paper. Because I don't get that much movement on the Yupo with these. Let's kind of dry them between colors. And let's go with a pink. I'm going to get that right up on that edge there. Try that. See what we get. Just a little bit of alcohol. You don't get much movement with the alcohol. You have to let it sit. But I thought I'd get some of the crooks and crannies over here. Let's try this other purple. It's got more of a red tone. Hi, AJ. Okay, I'm going to tip that just a little bit. I want to. Hi, Iffy. Okay, so let's try some metallic. Get that in some areas. This is brass, pinata brass. Trying to act fast and move some of that. Okay. I'm going to add back some of the purple. I'm going to tilt it just for a minute. It's stinky. I know that. Let's try some of that. Or some of that. I didn't use any green, but I'm not too worried about that. So the front's covered. Let's see if we can add a darker foil in areas. It's taking some of the pink and purple off, but it's putting some foil in there. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is put some pink on the table and get a brush. And I'm looking for like spots that are maybe bare that are. Because my thought is then for the other side, to do it in a solid color. Is my thought. You say stink. There is no doubt about it today. Some smell worse than others. In fact, I'm going to turn the fan on. Notice I picked Eileen's favorite colors for the first bag. This might be how to use up these inks that I don't typically use. They're not my go-to inks because they won't flow very well on the paper. They're really sticky. Okay. So that would be the front. I'm on StreamYard. I didn't think it would buffer. This would be the front, and then the back would just be a solid purple. Let me see if I can dry that real quick. I got it out of the way for you. So that I'm going to call that one done. One and done. And we'll move off from the purple. We'll work on greens next, Eileen. But I thought that would be kind of fun. Let's we'll set that so it's not. Ooh, that worked. All right, so here's another one. This is that citron, kind of a lemon color first. I wonder if it's not the connection where where y'all are at, Joan. Let's see what other greens we have over here. Apple. Agave. That's turquoise. Those are turquoise. Let's add some of this dark blue in there. With it. Well, that's not working. Let me unplug this and replug it in. There you go. It like shuts itself off. It's a citron and a blue and a olive green. Okay, so let's, I like that blue. Let's, okay, I think that's a good like balance of the blue. Some more yellow here. Okay. Should we try a foil on this one, like a gold? Or no foil, or a silver? I do like the silver. Silver? I didn't do too bad. There's little silver bits in there. They're going to be hard to show on the camera. All right, so what color should we put on the back? The green? Or the blue? Kind of lean towards the green because I'm afraid if I put the blue, it'll obscure the front. So I'm going to go with the green. Thanks, Dot. There was some pink in that brush, so I'm getting a little brownie green, but that's fine. Let me try what I have on there. Trying to coat it and dry it. All right, that gets that on the front and green on the back. That's another one we can spray later. Yeah, the blue is my favorite color of all their colors. Well, I particularly like some of their browns too, to be honest. Okay, let's try something a little different. All right, let's keep that blue out. I'm going to try putting Timmy paper tissue on one of them. Let's find one that's maybe already flat and not. That works, I think. Let's get it in two pieces to start with. All right, and I'm going to use Liquitex Heavy Gel Medium, which is not really that heavy. Okay. So I'm going to start by lining that up at the top. And I can come back and come. Ah, it tore. Put a layer on top. Excuse me. All right, let's use a regular heat gun. Dry that real quick. Okay, then what I'm going to do is kind of miter the corner. Let's put And I'll turn it around so I can have a better approach. Okay, now let's take that other piece. Get that nice and sticky. Okay. Now, I will tell you one thing I noticed about this paper. You know, Beth talks about paper having a grain. These rolls really have a grain. They are hard to tear this way. You get a lot of vertical tears. I'll show you what I mean. See how I got those verticals? It seems to tear that direction with the grain just fine. Let's unzip that so I can get my hands in there. Okay. Gonna get the tissue flattened out everywhere. All right. I'm gonna let that one sit on the top of a bottle for a minute and dry, and then we'll add ink to it. No, not to my knowledge. Let's try. Well, a little better. I will say it was a little better. It was a little better. So we'll try that on the next one. It's definitely got a grain. It's not regular tissue paper. Okay, let's try. Now this one I don't think I'm going to add any ink to necessarily. Maybe some brown to antique it. But I have these and I thought those would be really fast bags. And then we try ink on the one that was black and white. Though I actually like the black and white too, just as is. Usually I add washi tape to those two at the top, which I'll probably do. Okay, that one didn't tear. That's good. So let's the corner. Come up on that one. Also tried one day, I think I tried, if I remember right, using a metal ruler, and it didn't make a difference either. Okay, so let's try the water. See, it really kind of repels the water. Let's try the other side. But it does make it a little easier. But the one side is waxier. Okay, so let's try this side. It was easier at the top, so maybe sitting for a few minutes makes it a little easier too. Okay, so that's good. I think I want to make the bottom be jagged. Hi, Kathy. Okay. Okay, let's unzip. I'm going to take that over the edges. Put a coat of that on the front. Editing for what, Kathy? For videos? There we go. There's a straight edge in there. That one, I think I'm just gonna let it dry and add washi to it later. And just sell it like that. This one's still a little tacky. So we'll do one more of the other tissue while we're waiting. We'll do the birds. Which I haven't even opened yet. I've only had one peel, and it's my fault. It's the first one I did. I have the tissue this paper was a lot thicker, and I have it stuffed it too full. I shouldn't have stuffed it so full. It's really not peeling. I just went too high with the paper, the real thick paper. But all the other ones I've done on thin paper. That was the first one I did. And I used this. I mean, I'm sure some of it would depend your wear and tear, what you were doing with it, and how you were using it. Hi, Debbie. Good, Mark. There we go. This in here. Okay. Open the zipper. Miter the little corner. I don't want to set it down yet because it's still tacky on that other side. Hi, Deb. Yep, Tim Holtz. Tissue. Okay. Let that sort of sit up for a minute. Let's get rid of this. Let's go. There. Get rid of all that. All right, let me dry that real fast. All right, hold on. I still think I want to keep it up kind of off the table. I'll set it down for a minute. Line that up. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that bit. If I were not doing it on live stream, I would probably do one side and let it set. Yeah, a little easier. Okay, that's pretty good. let's set that one aside. This one's probably dry enough to do ink with. All right, so what color? I'm leaning towards this like tangerine, some red color. Let's do red orange. Get a different brush. Let's see if we can't almost like paint it. And then let's go with kind of a Bordeaux in here. Get some of those. All right, let's get a green color. This is apple green. Back to this brush. Let's do this one side first. Let's get another green. This is agave. Hey, Dot. Okay. Now let's take some of this vanilla. Vanilla and not brown. Caramel. A little bit of regular alcohol here and there. Some of the tangerine here and there. Some of that vanilla. The tangerine, sorry. Keep grabbing the tangerine when I want the vanilla. All right, so let's let that, I'm going to dry that real quick with the heat gun. All right, let's try the other side. I am going to put a paper towel back under it. All right. We've got some green in here. And we go pink right in here. And that was my brush for the pinks. And I'm going to go the brown in here. Different green over here. And let's go with the kind of the orange colors right in here. All right, here's the green brush. Some green in there too. All right, I'm gonna go with the pink over here. Tangerine. And there's some pink on this brush, so Oops. All right, I'm going to cap the green and the other green. Get rid of the greens because we got the green thing for the most part. You could use a little bit right in here. Get rid of the greens. Get rid of the burgundy. Reds. All right, so now get rid of this. Red, orange. Tangerine. And some of the vanilla. Some of the caramel. Tangerine. Vanilla. Just trying to make sure there's no bald spots. Oh, that air gun has decided it's gonna all right. Add the last of this over here. Let's turn the heat gun on. The air gun is not cooperating today. I think it's the power source. I think I have too much plugged in. All right, so we can put some more in here. Little holidays here and there. I think that's pretty. It picked up some glue on the table, so I'll just need to. Give it a seal before I spray it one more time. It's pretty simple. I mean, that was pretty simple. Put that. Find enough places to put them. Here's cinnamon. Should we add some cinnamon on this one? Some drips? I'm just going to add some drips to this one. And then I'm going to add the washi. Okay, let's add some more alcohol just to kind of blur some of that. Okay, let me flip that over real quick. And I'm going to clean that table up a little bit. Because the table is quite sticky now. The black and white one, John? I might have to spray something like on here. I'm getting it now. Let me move that over. Because the table was getting so sticky. So let's look at washi. Okay. The washis are too perky, too happy. All right, so I'm thinking that's kind of a floral with burgundy rust kind of color and a dark. That's not bad. This is a floral with black green. And some pink in there. And this is a green kind of chet. I'm going to try to get it where I can hold it up where you all can see it better, the choices. I'm waiting. Oh, sorry. I'm leaning towards, here, let's just do it this way. It's too hard to control the rolls. This is a brown, and I don't think this is it. I lean towards this chet. I lean towards the check, I think. No, it's more modern. The only bad thing about the washi is it's going to cut some of the birds off. Maybe we don't want any washi at all. Maybe I should put the green check on this one. Let's do that. Let's do the green check on this one. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it to check on this one. And then I think I'm gonna leave this one washi free. Unless we do this. I do have one option. One moment, please. I have a bunch of really tiny washies because that whole order came really weird. I have a bunch of these really little ones. Super little. Okay. Not. Here's a little brown one. That might work. That might work. There's 3 possible. Okay. I think the brown one. It'll barely show up. But it'll finish it. And it's got some red and green in it, like the birds. But it finishes the edge. Without cutting the heads of the birds off. And on this one, I'm going to take another skinny one that's kind of a pink floral. No, I take that back. So we'll leave that there, that there. Yeah, I don't know if this one even needs a washi tape finish. I think I'll just leave it as is. No washi. Yeah, I don't think it needs it because it's going to be fun. So that gets, I got to put those upside down. They're still really tacky. It gives us 5, or it gives me 5 done. So I think that's it for me today. Tomorrow we'll probably play with some of the larger bags, maybe. Or maybe some more alcohol ink on the small bags. Try a different brand of alcohol ink. Or the quill pen. Yeah, if you had a sewing machine, you could easily do that, Joycey. I no longer have a sewing machine. Yeah, you could get it in there and do that. Hi, Janet, by the way. Here's the first ones. For those of you who came in late, here's the first ones I did with the Marabu ink. We just did the Marabu, and then we put some foil, and then I just made the back solid. And probably what I'll just do is some other color combinations of these, because I think I can sell those. You know, I'm going to list them, I think, at $10. Or 8, maybe even. I can probably sell them at the show for 10 and list them on Etsy at, I don't know. It's just easier to say 10 because then there's no change when you're at the show. So I think that little takeaway stuff does really well at the show. And that's why I decided to get them. And then the other size I got, and I got 18 like this instead of buying the mixed pack. And then I got this size, which is 9 by 13, which is paper size. But that was more, I thought I'd collage. I don't think I'll do alcohol ink on these so much because that's a lot of coverage to cover with ink. But I thought it might be fun to do the pattern like I did before and do the quill ink pen when I get it tomorrow. So I thought this might just be a really easy, fun. And then I'll probably do some more with the Timmy paper. I don't know, I might list them at 5. I feel like 8's about right. So I don't know. But it'll get rid of some of that ink I don't care for. You know what I could have done on this one is I could have done some metallic drips. On that. I really like how this one turned out. Yeah, I still can. I'll probably do some multiples. Like I said, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more to do. It's not like I don't have anything else to do in October. But the Timmy paper was just sitting around, and I know the vintage will appeal to people. The other thing I thought about doing is I might try to do something like this on a bag, like do a landscape with the ink, you know, work from the sky down and do a landscape on them with the ink. So we can try that tomorrow too. Yeah, I like the Timmy paper too, and I forget that it's back there behind me. And the one that I colored took the ink pretty well. I thought this took the ink pretty well. And and I liked it in the black and white. So I'll probably do a couple, just leave them black and white. That just have the pattern on them. So that's a start. It's 5. They all have to be sprayed. Well, this doesn't have to be sprayed. The alcohol inks will have to be sprayed. So that's really it for me today. I just popped on. So I was home and Shauna was done. Won't be much longer. It'll be time for Beth to come on. You never know. Vicky might pop on. All right, ladies. I'll stream tomorrow. Probably around 1 Eastern. That's my guess. That's what I've been kind of trying to shoot for. Is 1:30. And we'll work on some more bags. I'll probably work on the little ones first and maybe try one big one with the quill pen. Maybe we'll do a blind 6 with a big one. All right. Night, everyone. I'll see you at Beth's or maybe at Paula's if Paula does stream. It is Saturday. So kind of watch out for that.